Have you ever asked, what happened to my teenager? Do you feel like you don't know them anymore?
Would you like to be more connected and a more effective parent? Today, we're going to help equip you to connect to your teenager and gain their respect.
Hi, I'm Holly Kim Sinceri, and this is my husband Dean Sinceri, and we are authors, counselors, and coaches, and we look forward to teaching you about how to parent your child better today.
So what are the 3 secrets to parenting a teenager? Let's jump in with secret number 1. You need to stay awake to what they are doing.
Yes, not woke, awake.
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 And what does that mean? You need to check their phones. You need to check the sites that they're visiting. You need to check their social network. You need to check their pictures. You might say, well, they need their own privacy. They need to be done. Look, this phone is the phone that you bought. It's your phone. They get to borrow it.
Yes.
Not that you have to be looking at everything all the time, but you need to have an idea of what they're doing since they spend so much time on the internet.
Yeah, definitely. You need to know about dates, when they sleep in at someone's home. You need to talk to the parents. You need to check the supervision, because there are times when you could have the most innocent child and they may be got involved with someone, or someone comes to the party or something, and it's not all that it cracks up to be. And if your child knows that you're checking on them, it's real easy for them to say, I can't do that. My mom's going to be calling. And it gives them a way out, instead of them being not the cool kid, not the, oh, that kid's, weird. No, my mom's coming. They all have a mom or a dad that could be coming. If they know that, they can use you as an out.
Yeah.
It's a big deal.
I mean, kids need to feel safe.
Yeah.
And as a teenager, it's your job to make sure that they're feeling safe. You can't protect them from everything. But if your child is sleeping over a friend's house, you need to talk to the parents. You need to say, what's the plan? Are y'all going to be there? Is anybody else going to be there?
Right.
And just get the information. It actually makes the teenager feel safe when they know that you're checking up on them. They might complain, you're being so... Yeah.
Oh, they'll complain. Oh, you're so strict. You're the strictest mom ever. Dad, I can't believe you're doing this to me. I'm so embarrassed. But, it's like, gotta do it. That's my job. Sorry. I'm sorry you don't like it. Love you. If you want to go sleep with Elizabeth, this is what's got to happen.
Yeah. And you also need to check out their friends. You need to check out the peer group.
Yeah. Get to know them.
Get to know them, invite them over.
Yes.
Try to have a lot of the gatherings at your place so that you can actually supervise them.
Yeah. And if that's not possible, you want to know their names, you want to know their friends' names, you want to know, Bob is new to the group. Okay, well, let's have Bob over for dinner. Let's invite Bob over and we'll go to R&O's. Just to have them a part of the group, and then all of a sudden you can start to kind of get to know them. Because one of the big signs is that if your kids have had friends for 10 years, these has been their little friends, and all of a sudden they're not hanging out with them anymore, but they have a whole new group set, that is a red flag.
Yeah. They say birds of a feather what? Flock together.
Yeah.
Your child is going to become like the 5 closest peers that they hang out with regularly. So you need to know who these people are, and you need to supervise that. So that's number 1 secret, is to stay awake to what they are doing.
I was just thinking about our son Moses. He's 23, and he's had the same friends. Some have come and gone because they've moved from our little town where he went to school, to elementary and high school. But at any moment when we talk to him, he's like, oh, Randy's coming over. Oh, Trevor's coming over. I'm going to see Michael and Richard. Like, it's the same little group friends. They have people that come and go, but that's his little core group.
His core group.
Yeah.
Let's move on to the second secret. Okay. Encourage a hobby or a passionate activity. Another way of saying it is you have to help find what they're most passionate about, what they love. When a person has a strong yes, it makes it much easier to say no. I think I have a client recently that had their daughter in dance. And 3-4 nights going to dance, singing, drama, and absolutely loved that.
Yeah.
And this child sailed through high school without any major issues.
Right. And the thing is that they're gonna have issues. I mean,
of course.
Issues to me mean that there's something that we've gotten hurt by and it needs extra attention or love. So if you break your foot, you need extra attention and love. So that's called an issue, in my opinion. Okay? So when they have a strong yes about dance or sports or basketball or chess or the science club, that you want to help them get very, very involved in that action, in that activity.
And encourage it.
You want to encourage and you want to learn from them. You want them to learn from you. Well, like for myself, I'm not a big baseball, person. I grew up with lots of girls, okay? In that process, I have a husband and a boy. I went to all the baseball games. I learned about baseball. We have a favorite 2 teams. We will go to the professional games. We live in New Orleans. We don't have that here, so we'll fly somewhere. So we have something that is beyond yes and no. You can't do this, you can't do that we can communicate about.
Yeah.
A team, a sport, a club, something that he is interested in.
Yeah. So look and find what is it your daughter, your son is most passionate about. Encourage it. Actually encourage them to explore it. I'm like, use your resources to allow them to explore it. And make sure once they get involved and do something, make sure they fulfill the commitment. I rented the saxophone for the year and I was going to be in band. Well, you get to do band the entire year.
Yeah.
And then you can stop. So you really need to encourage that passion. I've seen that over and over again. I mean, I played sports in the high school, and I know that was a great deterrent from getting involved with stuff. A Friday night if I'm with my friends, look, I need to go home. I got a basketball game tomorrow morning, and it keeps me from getting in trouble.
Right.
So whatever activity they have, when they're passionately saying yes to something, it's so much easier to say no to the other things.
I was going to just mention our friends, Robert and Yvette. They have 5 children between them. And their youngest is a senior right now. And she plays volleyball.
Yeah.
And we'll call and ask them to go to dinner or something. And they're like, oh no. Catherine's got a game. Catherine's got this. And Catherine's in the finals. And right now she's in the finals. And they've won the semi. And now they're going to the next level. We even got to go see Catherine play 2 games. And it was so exciting. But they are all garbed up. They have their volleyball shirts on. They got their pom-pom. I mean, they are ready.
Yeah, they're excited.
And I mean, to see their child so excited, that their mom and dad were there and then that some of their friends came, it was really a pleasure. So it's a big, big deal to them. It's a big deal.
And if this video is providing value to you, we'd like you to like and subscribe to our channel because we have plenty of videos that talk about parenting and other issues. Let's get to the 3rd secret to parenting a teenager. Learn to love what they love. Learn to love what they love. Quality connection. When you love the things that they love, it'll build quality connection, and that will build respect, that will build honor, and it will also build obedience. Look, if you participate and express authentic interest and involvement with them in things that they love, it will build a quality relationship.
Yeah, that's really, really important. And I think here the word is authentic. It's that I wish my kid would play basketball because I'm a princess, and being in the hot sun or the freezing cold during baseball season wasn't my favorite, okay? But my kid is only 5'5", so basketball wasn't going to be the gig. And he loved baseball. And his dad played baseball, so he was doing what his dad did. But he authentically loved it, and I authentically learned to love it and be involved. Like I had to learn the language, Sometimes I would use football language in the baseball arena. Well, he would giggle, but then I would say, well, tell me what it is. So I would be authentically really wanting to know the right language. So him and I could have conversations. And today at 23, we still talk about baseball.
Yeah, we still do. And there was a point where I was actually praying. I said, Lord, what do I need to do to keep him close to me, my son?
For our whole life.
Yes. And, he loves baseball. And so I had the vision. I woke up the next morning with the vision. He loves the Detroit Tigers. And we also love the St. Louis Cardinals. Yeah. But I told him, I said, we're going to go see the Detroit Tigers play in every American League stadium over
Our lifetime. Yeah.
And I tell you, he was so excited. Mm-hmm. We've gone to a number of places. We've been to Baltimore. We've been to Detroit.
We've been
to Houston.
Yeah.
We've been to
Chicago,
a number of places. But anyway, those are memories and those are connections. And baseball is boring. It's really a boring sport. But what's so nice is we sit there for hours and we get to talk, we get to connect, we get to spend time together. And it's really entering into something that he loves, and it creates connection. And it really creates respect and honor towards each other. Especially for teenage years, if you get actively involved with what they love, you'll have a good pulse on what they're doing because you're spending time with them. And that relates to secret number 1. But if you're doing what they love, you're spending time with them, you're seeing who they're hanging out with, you're seeing how they're interacting, you're seeing their attitude, you're seeing all the things that you need to know to keep an eye on your child so you can continually parent them. So learn to love what they love. Another example is, I grew up, I was a city boy. I'm not a hunter.
No.
And my son loves guns. He loves guns.
And he loves hunting.
He loves hunting.
Even though he never went for a long time, he was, he grew up in the country.
My buddy Larry's a big hunter, so we started off doing some fishing and hunting with Larry and taking my son Moses. And now we do at least one trip a year where we go hunting together. We just booked one. But that's just such a time that we so much look forward to. And it brings so much life to us. But it creates connection, and it creates a sense of honoring, caring, loving, connecting. And when I have to correct him about things, I draw upon that account. Right. And he respects and honors that.
I was thinking, I don't go hunting, but I make sure they have all the right equipment.
Yeah, you do.
So I get involved, and they have to send me pictures. But it was so funny because we had dinner with Moses on Tuesday night, and Dean was telling him about the hunt. And he goes, Dad, you made it before I even asked. You got us a whole little thing to do. And he said, Dad, I really think you like hunting now. And he was so excited. Like, he brought something to the table that him and his father and that his dad loves, like he loves now. And he was lit up like a Christmas tree.
Yeah.
Wasn't he?
Yeah, he sure was. So we have a resource for you. I have a PDF file of 10 tips to healthy parenting. I'd like to get that to you today. If you go down to the description and just click on the link, I'll be happy to send that to you. 10 tips to healthy parenting. And we also have a video that we did together not too long ago called Parenting a Teenager, 7 Common Mistakes to Avoid.
It's easy to make a mistake when you're parenting a teenager.
Yeah.
We've made plenty.
So implement these 3 secrets to parenting a teenager, but we also want you to know the 7 mistakes to avoid.
Yes.
So make sure you click on that video now, and we will
see you in the next video.
God bless.